on the inside of her that drove her to greatness. She was just like you, just like me. Nothing spectacular. A little woman from Albania that impacted the world. We all have heard of her, right? One little woman touched the world.
Amen.
Let me ask you, what has God called you to touch? See, we get so caught up in our own little small world that we forsake the greater purpose that God designed us for and called us to. I read this week just a bit about Steve Jobs. Jobs. Do you know that he was born to two college students that weren't married, and they decided that they couldn't raise him, and so they put him up for adoption because their parents didn't want anything to do with the baby. Their parents didn't approve of the relationship that gave birth to the baby. And so he was put up for adoption. And there was one clause in the adoption papers that said he has to be supported so that he can get a college education. This man that went on to change the world was born illegitimately and rejected by his parents and his grandparents. So many times we get so caught up in the little details. But if you're here right now, it's because God wanted you here. Yes. And hell couldn't stop you from getting here. Yes. If you're here, God has something powerful for you to do. God doesn't make garbage. God has something incredible for you to do. All right. If you made it, if you're here, if the enemy couldn't stop you, there's a reason for you. God preserved you. Yes. For such a time as this. I read a bit about Oprah Winfrey. Another woman born in poverty. She was the offspring of a one-night stand, according to Oprah. Throughout the course of her childhood, she was molested. She was a teenage mother, an unwed teenage mother. She went on, as you guys know, to change the world. She's doing some things that are incredible right now. We have to stop thinking about our origin and remember that we all have come from the Father of lights. Yes. You're born again. You're a believer. There are some things that I believe God has reserved for us that we allow the world into because we can sometimes mismanage our time. Yes, amen. Mismanage our purpose. Sometimes God is trying to get his purpose into the earth and he can't find a believer that'll do it, so he'll give it to the offspring of the world. Yes, yes. What's your purpose? It's critical. For your notes, don't allow your beginning to determine your end.